Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Avionics Tech channel.
Explosives require delicate handling, but what if a little bomb is detonated inside an aircraft engine? While it's hard to believe the U.S. Air Force trusts this method to scramble their jets into life. It is time to explore more of the genius methods used during the takeoff and landing of military aircraft. When the B-52 bomber took to the skies in 1952 for its maiden flights, the pilots would not have thought that the same aircraft would serve the nation with pride 7 decades later. The newest B-52 bombers came into service in 1962 and are expected to serve even beyond 2050. The B-52H is soon to be converted to the B-52J with the much-anticipated engine change by moving to Rolls-Royce F-130 engines. From the existing Pratt & Whitney TF-33 engines along with the many other enhancements, the Stratofortress got its eyes polished as its obsolete radar was updated with a new Active Electronically Scanned Array or AESA radar. To everyone's surprise, the B-52 is not fitted with an auxiliary power unit or APU, which mandates using an air cart and a generator to get the aircraft to life. Engines out of 8 will be started and then the other pairs will follow the same procedure. This lumbering process takes a significant amount of time to get the aircraft moving. During an emergency, every minute matters. A delay could count in lives lost or saved. Hence, getting this behemoth airborne in the shortest possible time is of utmost importance. The U.S. Air Force devised the genius yet awe-inspiring idea to explode the engine to circumvent the lengthy starting procedure. A cartridge, a shotgun shell-like unit, is placed in a dedicated spot within the engine so the crew can detonate it electrically to create a huge amount of air that helps to rotate the engine. All 8 engines can be started simultaneously. This will cut down the engine starting time from more than an hour to just 10 minutes and allow the B-52s to surprise their enemies with a brisk comeback. The B-52 is one of most capable Air Force assets and is capable of launching and employing almost every single weapon type that the Air Force is capable of using, everything from maritime support through mining operations to standoff weapons and smart precision-guided munitions for air-to-ground employment. This aircraft from the 1950s has received continuous upgrades for the past 70 years and has remained the mainstay bomber in the U.S. Air Force. Continuous upgrades paved the way for the Stratofortress to engage in modern warfare missions like Operation Desert Storm and Allied Force. Despite the upgrades, the B-52 was left with specific analog systems, making it a mishmash of old-school and state-of-the-art equipment. It took almost 6 decades since the introduction of the B-52 for a communication retrofit. The B-52 pilots had to rely on the obsolete cathode ray displays until the B-52s were fitted with Boeing's Combat Network Communications Technology System, or Connect, which started in 2013. With the upgrade, the bomber could receive data digitally from the aircraft systems rather than receiving it via radio and entering it manually by the pilots. Undoubtedly, the B-52 is a flying fortress with an arsenal that could wipe out a city in one go. With that said, the bomber weighs 185,000 pounds by itself, while it weighs a whopping 488,000 pounds at the maximum takeoff weak point. Wow. The B-52 inherits a hefty structure by design. Stopping the bomber during landing has always been challenging. To assist wheel braking, the B-52 has a drogue parachute hiding in its tail cone. Usually, a landing deacceleration parachute is deployed to slow down the aircraft when landing on a short or contaminated runway.